Let me introduce some arguments regarding time. Time is a concept that deeply influences human life and thought. How did past philosophers and theologians understand and explain time? Here are a few examples. Saint Augustine, a prominent theologian of Christianity and Bishop of North Africa, defined time as the understanding or speaking about God. He argued that the existence of past, present, and future tenses logically doesn't hold, asserting that there are three tenses in the present. These tenses exist not as something flowing externally but within the human mind, through memory, perception, and anticipation. This is known as subjective or psychological understanding of time. Martin Luther, a German theologian, emphasized the importance of distinguishing between law and gospel, stating that a true Christian theologian is someone who can discern between them. He argued that without this distinction, true Christian doctrine is impossible. Additionally, he claimed that one could be called a theologian if they attempt to understand the parts hidden behind God's back and those that are visible, referencing the theology of the cross. Jean Calvin, a French theologian, described time as receiving instruction from God, teaching about God, and being led to God. He understood time as God's revelation in history, emphasizing a posture of living for the glory of God. With the advancement of science, the understanding of time has evolved and changed. Newton and Einstein had different arguments about time. Newton described time as a mathematical and truthful absolute time. Absolute time flows independently without the need for an observer and is separate from space. He believed time does not influence or is influenced by physical phenomena. Einstein argued that time is merely a physical quantity that is perceived differently depending on the relative motion of the observer. Through the theories of special and general relativity, he proved that time is not absolute but can be slower or faster depending on velocity and gravity. Einstein integrated time with space, suggesting that time does influence and is influenced by physical phenomena. Arguments about time are presented in various fields. Since time deeply influences human life and thought, contemplating and exploring time is a profoundly meaningful endeavor.